Good morning, it's Tessa. Today I'm going to talk about a topic that is really um, deep within me, and I believe this is the source of my being here, I guess, because I see as through my experiences, the things that really hurt me are actually the things that I could share to others who are going through the same experiences. My family are going through some emotional crisis, as I talked about Mark's story regarding his suicide. And I was asking myself, how come I'm feeling so low, even considering that I am supposed to help my children to go to be strong to go through this, but I have a lot of feelings that are coming out, and I've realized that I needed to self-express these emotions, and what brought this suicide and touched my core. And then I look back at the past. I remember when I was 15 years old, I also went through that dark night of the soul, which is I was attempting to commit suicide. And as a healer, I know I have nothing to hide and nothing to be ashamed of, because I have gotten rid of all that negative feelings regarding myself. And I want to truly touch people, especially teenagers who are going through these dark times, because I had an abortion at 15. It is a long story, but to make it short, my father and my brother decided that if I didn't want to get married, I would resort to abortion. So it was truly it caused me a lot of pain after that, and during the abortion I almost died. And I wrote this story, and I tried to reach out to women who are going through this, because after the abortion I became mentally ill, and I was full of shame, guilt, even though I did not want to kill the baby because it went through my body. I have that guilt, especially when you're a Catholic. So through those times, during that time of abortion, which I'm not sure I want to go through that again, to tell the story, but to make it just short, it was an illegal abortionist, and my brother took me there with my sister, and she inserted a catheter without anesthesia, and I was in shock. I actually felt very numb, that I left my body, my spirit was up there, and looking at my body, I was like dead. So they brought me home. I guess I'm telling you the story now. They brought me home, and at the middle of the night, at 3 o'clock in the morning, I had this pain. And I went to the bathroom, and I lost the baby. It's a fetus. And I I screamed to my sister and she flushed the toilet because it was an illegal abortion. I was bleeding anyway, bleeding to death. My brother wrapped me in a blanket and was running to get a taxi, carrying me, trying to find transportation. And then they got me back to that abortionist, and she performed a DNC, which is a dilation and curettage, which is she literally scrape your an instrument she used to scrape the uterus, and this is again without anesthesia. And during the procedure, I was literally out of my body, and she said, I am the only person that did not scream. Literally, I was dead inside, of course. Anyway, I survived that, and I became very depressed. I stayed in my room for a month without talking to anyone. I did not laugh anymore, and they were looking for me, like, my sisters were saying, where's that old Tess that always laugh and funny. I was dying inside. So can you imagine at 15? So they got me into a psychiatrist, and this happened in the Philippines anyway. And all through the years, I was always going through some kind of depression. But truly, the depression is for me, as as my experience, depression is anger, which is turns inward. Because I was angry at the world, I was angry at my parents, my brothers. I was just angry, and because of my vulnerability, I became angry at myself for people allowing this to me. Because in the first place, I wanted to have the baby, and they did not listen to me, of course. And I don't blame them. I was 15. What do I know? But of course, I had to go through the emotions and all the pain, and that triggered suicide. And there was a time that I wanted to kill myself. And I guess Mark's death reminded me of that time in my life. And now that I'm in a new path of being a wounded healer, I call myself a wounded healer, because I went through a lot of wounds, and for me, the purpose of a wounded healer is to go through this emotional chaos, so I could help others, truly empathize with them, because I've been there. So my message is about how abortion affected my life and my depression. It caused depression, guilt, shame, low self-esteem. It really created a pain body, which Eckhart Tolle is talking about, darkness. So for a person to help a teenager or whoever, it doesn't matter what age you're in, when you go through an abortion, it's death, because it's a part of you died.